And now, back to Louisiana Living.
And welcome back. I'm here with Kerry Heafner with the LSU Ag Center for this week's In the Garden. And Kerry has had a lot of calls about trees in this weather and how the trees can cope. So he's here to tell us all about that. Kerry, thank you so much for joining us.
Good to be here. I want to start by showing a picture of a leaf surface. This is one of our native shrubs. This is arrowwood viburnum. And just hold that up there for a second, guys, if you would. So you look at those leaves and you think, okay, that's a shrub and it's alive and it's well and it's going to do fine. There's a lot more there than meets the eye, though, when we start looking at leaves. Ashley, first of all, there are tiny microscopic pores all along the surface of those leaves called stomata, and just like we have pores in our skin, the leaf surface has pores. The plant can open and close those pores as it needs to not only let CO2 in for photosynthesis, but to regulate how much water is in the leaf and therefore the plant. The second thing we don't see there is an area of still air just right above the surface of the leaf, and when I say right above, I mean within micrometers, called the boundary layer. And that will have a lot to do with how the plant evaporates water into the atmosphere. So if a plant needs to conserve water, it will close those stomatal pores. Plants that have a very thick boundary layer will lose less water than plants that have the boundary layer dissipated, like the almost constant breezes that we've experienced in the last weeks with the triple-digit temperatures. So how plants conserve water? They have these adaptations. Evergreens like magnolias, hollies, gardenias that we find in our landscape will have leaves that have a very thick waxy cuticle across the surface of the leaves, and that will help them conserve water. Things that are deciduous like the viburnum and other trees will close the stomatal pores, or some trees will actually droop the leaves or fold the compound leaflets up, like we see that on the mimosa tree, and then worst case scenario is it will drop the leaves, and that's going to time just about perfectly with us going into fall, into the dormant period. So I think what I'm telling callers is that more things will survive than we might think. Okay, so right now it's not, we don't want to overcompensate by overwatering. Stay on your normal watering schedules, and let's just see what happens as we go into fall.
It's amazing how nature works.
I'll tell you, these adaptations are something else.
Anything else, Kerry, about how plants conserve water?
Well, let's see. We've got the deciduous things, and then plants lose water. We don't see it, but they are constantly evaporating water from the leaves, and if they need to conserve water, they'll stop that, just like we mentioned. Another way water evaporates from the soil, and that's where our 4-inch layer of mulch will help conserve soil water so it's available to the plants. So,
what about new trees? How should people be caring for them, especially like the fruit trees that maybe they've recently planted?
Right, so not the ideal time to plant. You want to plant fruit trees and other deciduous trees when they're dormant during the late fall and winter. We're encouraging folks to hold off on fertilizers until we get significant rainfall. We don't want to oversalt the soil. Fertilizers are salts, and so we don't want to salt the soil, but we also don't want to burn the plants, and when we have sufficient rainfall, we'll have a better soil solution. The nutrients will be more available to the plants. So, and
of course, you can always call the LSU Ag Center if you have any question about your trees or your plants in the yard. They're standing by, always there to answer your questions. And we're going to go to a break, but Kerry is going to stay with us, and we're going to talk about what we're looking at as far as the drought conditions are concerned. That will be after the break, so stay with us.
Trade names are used by the LSU Ag Center for clarity and information purposes only. Neither commercial endorsement of specific products nor a recommendation to the exclusion of similar products is implied.